favorite people in the world. Omono, Okojie, Courtney, Bandeko, Levin, Geurens, and Fink.
Oh yeah.
Give it up. All right, guys, so we have to, before we sit, we have to pop up and take a panel photo.
Oh, yes. Good to see you all. Thanks for being here.
Quick photo, guys, come on.
Yeah, everybody get it.
Disposable camera, right?
Good? All right, let's make it happen.
Testing.
Testing.
How are y'all doing?
Hi, everyone.
Enjoying Saturday, day 2?
So here's what we're gonna do, guys. Yesterday, I didn't get to hang out with my Legacies family very much. I did lots of originals and Vampire Diaries cast, and it was great. And I noticed they frequently got asked about Legacies.
Of course.
So now we're gonna do Vampire Diaries trivia. No, I'm just kidding. So what I was gonna ask you, just down, no, let's not. Just down the line, wherever you feel like jumping in, is like, we're here in this like amazing sea of human beings for a show and a series of shows that have lasted so many years, so many seasons. We got to be like this small part of that. But now, I mean, you've all, oh no, this is your first con ever.
I know, I'm so nervous.
Let's give it up.
Guys, our Legacies family has so much fun at these, so it's always really great when we get to bring someone else along. So I'm so excited you're here. But yeah, so I just wanted to ask you guys, like, what does it mean to be here and see all of this and be part of the whole family? Not just so much on the creative side, but like here with the fans and like, how does, tell us how you feel. Open up.
It's eye-opening because you don't realize how big this whole world is, particularly when you come in at the end of it like we did. So there's that. And then the other side of it is, for me, is like a school reunion to hang out with these cats again. It's awesome. But yeah, it's huge. Like it's crazy. How long's it been since it was on? The first, when did the first Vampire Diaries begin?
2008?
I was in high school.
2009?
Yeah, I was in high school.
I thought it was earlier.
Yeah. Wow.
It's 2009?
That's amazing.
Wow.
This is amazing.
I feel like my answer to that, I've been saying, I'm a COVID baby. Like, I booked the show during COVID, so it's like we were in isolation, essentially. So coming out and seeing all this is like, oh my God, you know, it's like relearning how to socialize again. So I'm just really excited to be here.
Yeah. I know, it's so cool to like see the faces, you know, I agree there. It's like, just to even get to like meet you all up close, you know, it's just such a loving community. And I was realizing today that the Salvatore School is all about misfits, you know, so that's where like people can all unite. We all relate to that, we're all part of that. So yeah, for me it's like, you know, same like Ben said, it's just so cool to be at the tail end of this like beautiful universe, you know, and the fact that we're all Team Stefan is great, I love that. I love that for all of us.
I'm so glad you've spoken for us.
No, and I love that we're the misfits of the TVD universe.
True.
I kind of like to brand ourselves as that. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's and I talk about this with, I mean, I think I've talked about this all of them pretty much, but it's so strange to just book, I mean, you book this random show, any show you book, it's kept random, right? But then all of a sudden there's this life that keeps going with it. I haven't spent a ton of time with, like on other shows, but I certainly don't have this experience on any of those. I mean, there's not this outpouring of support and just people who are interested and, you know, like invested. And so it's a super nice thing to have. And you just don't always find like a place to share your stories and, you know, get to really be around people who care about the work you did or just like, you know, the stories you were telling. So it's really special. Yeah.
Truth.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I remember, you know, after booking this, Omono and I booked our roles exactly the same time.
We met in the airport.
We did. We met at the airport flying here to shoot. And then I remember watching the Vampire Diaries for homework and having a very clear moment, the iconic shoulders that we're standing on, and then I was just really grateful. And then now to be able to meet that fandom is just, wow, love you back.
I feel like it's crazy because for most of us, we grew up in the Vampire Diaries era. So like it's sometimes it's wild when you sit in the green room and you're like, oh, that's who I watched on TV when I was 17. Like,
Yeah,
this is so
yeah.
crazy.
Like we're their children in the shows, but I still feel like in the green room, I feel like we're your children.
I've never had bad feelings specifically,
Yeah, me
but
too.
yeah, it's amazing. It's really great. So usually we pull up some fan questions. I'd love to jump right into fan questions if you guys want to start getting set up, because I feel like I see these people 100 times a day. I feel like my questions are not all that exciting. I'd rather you guys get to say what you want to. But while we prep that and get moving, why don't you guys, if you have things, just catch us up on like what you're doing with your lives right now and what you're hoping for in the world, or what you're hoping for the rest of the weekend. Like, just give us a little chat. So, starting with Ben Geurens.
Oh, starting with me. So just what's happening in my life right now?
I mean, you have two beautiful children.
Well, I've got 2 kids. They're beautiful. They're great. Yeah, let's move on from there. I was going to move back to Australia to live next week, but it's changed. So I became an American citizen. So we're now official, and we've decided to stay on. So yeah, so I'm here. I'm going to stick it out. So that's kind of been really kind of dominating my life at the moment, like packing to leave and then not deciding not to leave anymore. So it's kind of, it's all over the place really.
Yes.
That's what's going on with me.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. What's going on with me this weekend? Oh, I remember having a conversation with Elijah at the last one of these, who plays Wade. And
Elijah.
love him, good dude. I love these because I can come in and reconnect with these people I spent a long time working with and getting very close to. So this whole rest of the weekend is just a big celebration, a big reunion to what we're all able to be a part of.
We're going to see Court's show tonight. Who's going to that? I love his music, like,
See
genuinely.
you there.
What about you guys? What's going on?
What's going on with me? A lot of travel recently and planned. I'm Nigerian, so trying to go back home. Are there Nigerians out here? That's a no. I was like, oh, that was a...
Let's get 'em here, let's get 'em here.
I was like, oh my God. I know, we're in Atlanta. There's a lot of Nigerians in Atlanta, so...
It was very quiet.
I know. But a lot of travel recently, trying to go home in December, trying to do Ghana. They call it Dirty December. I know, it's a thing. You guys should look it up.
What does that mean?
Why
What
is
happens?
it dirty?
It's dirty because you go home, you party, it's like, so yeah, that's what I'm
So
looking
we're all
forward
going to
to.
Dirty December with Omono.
We're all going Dirty December with me to Nigeria and Ghana.
I would love to. I went to Accra in college. Yeah. Ghana's beautiful. That's awesome. Traveling is great. That's the dream, to keep traveling. I guess for me, I said this yesterday, but I'm just excited to release some music. That's been kind of what my, passion project is, Grasshopper. And so I'm just psyched to release more music. I think, working on a song is always just very soul enriching. And then beyond that, it's being an actor is always tough. So I think we're just sort of, or at least for me, I'm on the prowl for just some more work and some more storytelling. And, excited to keep living and just looking forward to summer.
Ben
Yeah.
actually, on the way in here, he was like, Layne, don't forget to bring up my music because I really want a chance to sing some of my songs for everybody.
Oh man, no, I was just bonding over at the table about boy bands from back in the day. Remember O-Town and
Boyz II Men.
Boys to Men, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. Yeah, we were just going down memory lane. No, I'm not gonna sing
He's not
now.
gonna
I
sing.
can't
I'm
sing
just
now. No.
If you want to hear him sing, you gotta wait till the album. It's coming.
Yeah, I would challenge Chris Lee if he was here, but he's not here, and I can't do that.
I've been
alone.
promised a preview though, so I'll give updates.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Nick?
Just what's going on in my life. I moved to Arizona. That's where my family is. I wear suits more often now. don't need to totally get into it. It's just something that happened.
Nice suit.
Can you show them the lining of your suit though?
I don't know if it's appropriate.
All right.
No, it's very
Okay.
appropriate.
Just trust it. It's a great suit.
There's some good stuff in there. I do, yeah. Under my collar it does say Mud Man.
Show us. Show
What
us.
does it say? What does it say,
Show us
sir?
the suit.
What's that?
Show us
What's
the
it say
lining.
under your collar?
It says the Mud Man.
Yeah, but,
The Mud Man.
yeah,
under my
but
collar.
can we see the lining of the suit?
But yeah, closer to family, just, trying, seeing what else is out there in life and, just keeping the doors open, guys. Doors are meant to, they work, so you gotta open them sometimes.
That's what they do.
Oh,
Yeah.
the lining of my suit is like...
Doors work.
Anyways, we got some questions, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hi, my name is Emily, and my question was, what do you think it would be like on the show? Like, what was your expectation for the show versus what it actually was?
Good question. And say your name too when you come up here. What was your name?
Emily?
You said it already, did
She
you?
literally said
I was so locked into your question that I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Nice to meet you.
I know for me, and great question, Emily. I know for me, I had no idea really what was going on with my character at the beginning. I had auditioned for some other characters, didn't work out, but they were quite interested. So then all of a sudden they called and they're like, "Hey, would you like to play Ryan Clark?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's try this." And so I just showed up and put on this gas company outfit, and that was my first episode. I had no idea who I was, what my motivations were, if I was 800 years old or not, or made of mud. But so I would say, it was a lot of fun to learn all that stuff and to just be thrown into the, into the Malivore pit, or something like that. But yeah, so it exceeded my expectations because I could never have imagined that all of that was going to happen, so yeah.
Nick was one of the few Legacies actors, I feel this happened a lot in the other shows, but Nick was one of the few Legacies actors who got to get the infamous "sorry, we're killing you off" phone call, but then the mind changed. It's like, oh, actually, we're not, you're back.
Good times.
Yeah, I feel like you never know with shows like this that are so large and expansive. You just don't know where it's going. So I don't know. I think it's true for all these characters that they're just going to keep kind of evolving your story, and you're going to have to roll with the punches. So I mean, for me particularly, I was just so glad to see my character go from being like a bully to somebody who's a hurt person, to someone who finds some love. So I guess definitely didn't expect that. I was ready to just be a a bad kid. But hey, turns out I'm a hurt kid. Way different. I don't know. What do you got?
I loved my character. She got to be a badass in the beginning, and she was so conniving, and getting to play that was just so just gratifying. Loved killing Hope, that was a moment. And then just getting to turn, it was really a nice arc. I think I was really, really blessed with what I got to come in with. And so yeah, she was fun.
And not to keep interrupting you all, but I think you just brought up a really interesting point, which is all of you actually, I think were people who came in starting out with a smaller role that got expanded on and got to be so much bigger than you expected. So I feel like in the spirit of her question, there was a lot of coming in just really not knowing what to expect and then getting all that growth, which is so cool.
Yeah, expectation versus reality. Quite frankly, Finch was in the breakdown for the audition was a human at Mystic Falls High School.
Whoops.
No idea I was auditioning for a werewolf. And I don't even know, I think maybe I don't know, you weren't around season 3, but it was maybe they wanted to make Finch a werewolf, but then maybe that depended on a lot of things. I don't know. But yeah, it turning into, I was thinking it was gonna be a 5-episode arc, and turning into 2 seasons long thing was just, pretty dope. And then when I heard it was werewolf, I didn't know that the werewolves were CGI, so I got excited because I thought I was gonna be doing some werewolfing. That wasn't so.
Would that have been no, practical, crawl, let's go?
Oh yeah, I want to be a.
It would have been fun to have fur, and to really do. I mean, we've seen werewolves in cinematic history.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just showed yellow eyes,
Exactly.
but that's okay.
Yeah.
Next time.
Next time.
Martin, expectations. Look. Necromancer, when I went in, it was meant to be, like you say, it was meant to be 1 episode, maybe 2, and the description was Jack Sparrow meets monster or something like that. So I went in and acted like Jack Sparrow a little bit. And then, yeah, Layne knows this, that, you know, the writers know what's going on, or much more than we do, but they don't tell us a thing. So you're just in the dark the whole time, kind of wondering where it's going to go. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere, but it did. And in terms of my expectations, I didn't realise that I'd have so much fun and also be tortured for so long with all that makeup on and the wig. And the worst was the eyes. I don't know if you've ever worn contact lenses, those big, massive ones.
I feel like had they known you were gonna keep on coming back, they wouldn't have made that choice so early on.
How long did it take for you to become a necromancer each day?
Well, initially it was like 7 hours.
Woof.
Yeah, and then it got down to about 5. But yeah, I mean, you know, it was also like wearing claws, trying to go to the bathroom with claws on is just a nightmare. So, you know, you'd have to sort of get them unstuck. It's a whole process, yeah. Plan your toilet breaks in advance. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was a really great question.
Good question.
Everybody has to beat that one. I'm just kidding. No pressure. So much pressure.
Hi, my name's Candace,
Hey, Candace.
and my question is for Ben Geurens. You
Hi.
kind of answered it just now.
Oh, sorry.
But no, it's okay. You can go in depth more.
Yeah, okay.
I was wondering, did you come up with the way the necromancer's mannerisms were and how he spoke? And if you could say tremble in the presence of the necromancer, the way the character would.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I did come up with it because, you know, in the description of the audition was just kind of maybe a Jack Sparrow thing. It was kind of a vague thing. A lot of the time they think they know what they want, writers. I'm being presumptuous here, but I think it's when you come in and give them something, they go, yes, you know. And so in terms of his voice, that was me. And the way he kind of walked, weirdly, I was trying to do like it didn't really translate, but almost like a dancer. You know, dancers kind of walk with a kind of grace and that. So initially there was a bit of that kind of spankiness happening, but it was, yeah, that was his movements. He was just kind of, you know, theatrical, I guess. So yeah, I did do that. And what do you want me to say, sir?
Oh, the tremble in the presence of the necromancer?
Oh, give it some chutzpah. He's tremble, guys. Tremble.
What is it? Tremble
Yeah,
in the
say it to us like you're want to scare the fans
Tremble in
off.
the presence of the necromancer. So we know. Tremble in the presence of the necromancer! It's been a while since I've said that.
Does that hurt your voice at all?
I was kind of nervous. No, not really. But I was kind of nervous I would get it wrong just then. It's been a
Oh
while.
no, you got it so right.
Yeah. And the other thing about it was, because they had these massive, disgusting teeth in my mouth, that would affect the way I talk. So it's like I had a mouthful, like, you know, not like that. But oftentimes when I'd be getting really excited and screaming, the teeth would just fly across the room. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Anyway.
Hi, I'm Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Hi. I'm a really big fan of the musical episode and Stefan, so I was very proud of you
Thank
for
you.
your portrayal of him because I thought your acting was really good.
Really?
Like it wasn't just like, oh, like you're just like saying the words. It was like when you were like, Damon, don't do this. I was like, oh, that's so sad.
Oh, thank you.
And you and Josie's acting, like I was feeling the Stelena vibes, even though you weren't Nina and Paul. I was like, wow.
That was also just a great episode. I think that was really well written.
And please, can someone like make that a real musical? Because I'm ready to audition for Elena. Like
I know.
I got it here.
I know. I just re-listened to some of that on Spotify the other day. Those songs are pretty good.
They're so good. That always happens in shows.
I know. I like Jenny's song in that too. Lizzie's kind of solo song. Thanks. Yeah, I really loved wearing the Stefan wig. That was like just such a treat. I never had blonde hair like that with that kind of swoop, you know.
That one time.
Except that one time. And then like, you know, yeah, I really loved the broodingness of Paul Wesley. And so, you know, I got to like, I did watch, yeah, thank you. I really enjoyed like watching some old clips, especially during that conflict on the Vampire Diaries. So, yeah, that was a great episode. That was so fun. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Did you all get to sing at one point? Not in the musical episode, but did
Oh
we?
my God, yes, I forgot about it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
what'd
It was
you-
like my first or second episode. And I was like, wait, what? Yeah, me, Chris, and Matt Damon.
Yeah, the
Matt
show.
Damon, Matt Davis.
And Matt Damon was there? Wow.
Yeah, we all sang.
Matt Damon did a guest on our show.
No.
Hi, sorry. I'm Ashley. Nice
Hi,
to meet
Ashley.
y'all.
Hi, Ashley.
I'm in a little bit of a rush, but I wanted to get my question in. I'm just curious. I know a lot of actors like don't like to watch themselves like on like what they're in, and I'm just curious if you all like watch the episodes that you're in like when they air or after.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Only my bits, though.
Yeah, sometimes. For me, sometimes. I feel like it is, I cringe at myself, you know? Like, I always feel like I could do better as an actor, and that's, I think a pretty healthy thing to think. I'm rooting for that to still be healthy, I hope. But, yeah, I would watch the show with my family, for sure. I was definitely very, it was a family experience. Yeah.
For me, I did watch season 3, and it's so funny you asked that, because so I did watch season 3, and then season 4, I kind of turned a corner. I was like, I just don't want to watch this anymore. And then I felt a lot better in the doing of the role. And then, so there's actually a lot of season 4 I haven't seen.
We watched the finale
I read
together,
it.
right? We watched the finale.
With you, yes.
But I also only watch Ben's bits.
This Ben.
Thank you all so much.
Oh, thank
Nice
you.
To meet you all.
Hi, my name is Ella, but you can pronounce it Ella, I don't care.
Nice to meet you.
My question is, what other character would you like to play, like, instead of your character?
Yeah, other characters.
Courtney answered this yesterday. Go ahead and tell them who you think.
Same answer.
Same answer, go for it.
The necromancer. I know.
Was it me?
Yeah. I'd be your understudy.
What was... Oh,
Well, yeah, if I'd rather play
Now say
another
tremble in the presence of the necromancer.
yeah, you're...
Tremble in the presence of the necromancer.
Yes!
Good understudy.
Good enough.
Yeah.
I think I'd want to go Landon. I just, I feel like Landon was a special character, right? I mean, he was so like deep and complicated, and the whole dying constantly thing. That's interesting. Kind of a bummer, but interesting.
What was Olivia's character's name?
Alyssa Chang.
Alyssa Chang, I'd play.
Yeah, you'd be a great
I'd be a
Alyssa.
great Alyssa Chang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be great. I'd play Alyssa Chang.
I feel like I want to say Lizzie, but honestly, Jenny just killed that role.
I was
She's so
just about to
funny.
say that.
And without even trying, too. She's so funny. So,
I was just thinking, like, a fun trick on this question is actually, who do you want to see someone else playing? Because in my brain, I was like, I want to see Omono's Lizzie.
oh my God.
Well, wait, Nick, you didn't answer yet, did you?
No, and for whatever reason right now, I feel like I want to be Josie.
Hot take.
And there's just, there's one scene where I don't even know why, was I there? I don't even know why this is in my brain, but it was like when there's like some scene between her and Bartimus, and I was like, this is a fun scene, and I never got to audition for Josie, but,
Missed opportunity.
it's what it is.
Yeah, but who do you want to
Bring
see
that
Ben
up with your
Levin play?
manager.
Who do I want to see Ben Levin's play? I don't know.
Dorian.
Elijah's role.
The fairy.
Yeah, he'd be a good fairy.
That would be spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, I auditioned for Raphael first, and then I auditioned for Chris Lee's character Caleb, and then it landed on Jed. So I feel like what was cool about the show was they were sort of just trying to line people up, I think. And so, I think there's a world where we could have all played different roles, You're a Landon, for sure.
I tried. I tried many
You did try,
times.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Hi, my name's Angela. What's your favorite TV show to watch?
Like to revisit and to.
Yeah, like in your free time or a comfort show. Yeah, just like, yeah.
Gilmore Girls.
Wow.
I love Gilmore Girls. I watch clips of Rory on TikTok, and it makes me emotional, and I'm like, oh my God, this is not a real person.
But they talk so fast. Does that bother
I love
anybody
it.
else?
No,
Okay.
it's like tennis. Dup, 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 dup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Oh man, for me, that's such an easy one. It's The Sopranos. I'm a diehard Sopranos fan. I feel like that's not this world here. But Sopranos and Simpsons. Anyone like Simpsons seasons 1 through 12? Yeah, I see you. I see just you.
Rick and Morty is very special to me. I have so many Rick and Morty isms in my head. And South Park.
Yeah, South Park's
Without a doubt, so much South Park.
Yeah, good call.
Where were we? I made some South Park reference. It was at Quincy's house, and I made some South Park reference, and you were like, "What? You ain't human." Yeah, and I was like, I made some South Park reference, a very obvious one. You were like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, you guys haven't watched South Park. I thought everybody watched South Park.
Sorry, I didn't know we were getting called out on this panel.
You didn't know what South Park was.
I love South Park, and another one weirdly because my kids have been watching SpongeBob lately. Have anyone ever watched that? That's ridiculous. That show, and I kind of like it. Yeah.
I love Survivor a lot, so like I'm so obsessed with that show. Maybe I'll be on it someday. But yeah, but that's kind of just like weekly. But lately I've been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. The Office. Does anyone have this issue with yeah, like The Office is my all-time, like, I gotta go to bed, I just throw on The Office. And
British or American Office?
yeah, of course, the American Office. Yeah. No, but do you guys have this thing with, and just because I have a public forum here, there's with Peacock, the Peacock app, it won't let you turn off autoplay. Do you guys know about this? Yes. Right? So I fall asleep to shows, and like I can't fall asleep to The Office anymore because I wake up and I've watched 4.5 seasons. And it's like, that's just...
They get residuals based on that kind of thing?
It's gotta be some sort of scheme, but yeah, so I don't really watch The Office much anymore is what I'm trying to say.
Is this your equivalent of like tweeting at the airline?
It is, yes. No, it's just like, it's so stupid. I just want to watch the one episode.
Wait, do they get residuals?
Not on streaming, we just had a whole strike about it.
Okay, because I was about to be like,
what's your show right now?
fall asleep to Legacies.
Say Legacies.
Actually, I've been starting watching the OC.
Oh my god, I love the OC.
But Gossip Girl and all three of like Vampire Diaries originals, Legacies.
Okay.
Those are my shows. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Good choices.
Hi, my name is Tiffany. This is more like a Ben Levin sort of question, but anybody who can answer, please just give me an answer. So when Jed comes back to life in the last episode, I think, or second to last, whatever, he's not a werewolf anymore. And I just want to know why. Because like it happens to Tyler in the Vampire Diaries, and that I understand because he like went over the anti-magic border and he lost the werewolf thing. But with Jed, I just don't like understand why he lost it.
Gulp. Yeah, let me give it a shot and then you take it away. Why did he become, I don't really know actually. I'm not sure why his curse wasn't there. I think Layne might know.
What were the circumstances? I mean...
you know, I really, like, honestly, I let Jed be as confused as me, Ben, the actor, felt sometimes. It was a great way to make it close to self-work sometimes. So that one was, God, I don't know. Layne, do you know?
What I do know is there's a lot of lore in so many shows. And so we often, sometimes you want to make the choices that are just the best for the characters and are the best emotionally. And it felt really important in the room that Jed get to have that sort of chance at being human. And so I think I remember us talking about it at length and talking about the Tyler thing. And as far as I remember, and I'm so sorry if I speak this incorrectly, don't hold me to it, but as far as I remember, our belief was that he still had the curse, and the event that he killed someone again, it would return. He was still like biologically a werewolf, he just hadn't triggered it because he had like gone proper to the afterlife and
yes,
died,
that's what it was.
Physically died. Like
Yes.
he went to death completely, was dead, and then came back, and in his case, he needed to reset the curse in order to...
The afterlife was a palate cleanser, in between courses. And it sort of then led to, the curse is still within me. That totally tracks.
Which would have been
Thanks
crazy,
for asking.
because if he had to like power up again for something, he would be like, would you have to go make the choice to like kill somebody?
I think wasn't there a world where I was going to kill somebody else to re-trigger it?
Yeah.
season 5.
Yeah, season 5, man.
Yeah.
We had some ideas.
Hi, I'm Bonnie. So forgive me, I'm a little nervous, but I have a question for everyone, and I wanted to know what are some advice that you could give to people who want to be an actress, and how did you land your first big cast?
Great question.
I'll start. The first advice I give is to just immerse yourself in every facet of it. See movies, go and see plays, go and do classes, get involved, see as much content. Good plays, but bad plays are good because you get to sort of just differentiate between what is good and bad, and just immerse yourself into it. And then try out for acting schools or drama schools, or you know, I'm not sure how it works over here as well. And then how was the second part, how did I get into it? How did we get into it? Well, it was weird for me because I was like 8 and I was like a stunt kid. I was good at gymnastics and stuff, and they got me to do a stunt on a soap in Australia. And then,
Do a flip.
No, I'm not Leo. I can't do it anymore. But yeah, and I did a stunt in the show, and then they wanted me to act in the show, and what from 6 weeks turned into 3 years, and then I did 5 years on another TV series, and then I was and then I left and when I finished school I went to drama school and did 3 years of that, and so then it just kind of kept going like that. So yeah, that's what happened for me.
Super good points. I guess like my point of view would be like, or just the different phase of it maybe is, you know, it's a lot of persistence and just showing up. So I mean, I remember when I first moved to LA, you know, it was probably 4 years before I booked my first thing, but I booked a small role in The Mentalist. I was like the cold open and I drove my car off a cliff and died or something. But that casting director who casted, I'd seen them like multiple times over the course of those 4 years. You know, it's not like they were calling me in once a month, but every 8 months maybe, and it was just for a couple lines, but I was doing good enough that by 4 years later, they trusted me enough to put me on this show. You know, they're putting themselves on the line as well. So, you know, like, how else are they going to trust you if I don't have any other credits other than like some student films or, you know, but of course, just being there, showing up, doing good work, you know, understanding that it's going to take time for most people, unless you're this lucky few who just, you know, burst through and shoot, you know, straight to the stars. But yeah, and then from there it was just, same thing, slow progression. Then all of a sudden the next casting director I saw, I got a credit, then I booked, you know, like an episode of Justified, then an episode of Glee, then an MTV show, you know, it's like random stuff like that. So just patience, I think, is a big part of it.
Yeah, it's such a tough business. I mean, I think my advice to anyone trying to be an actor now is start by telling your own stories with your friends. I think, like, truly we have phones with great camera lenses. I mean, I know we've all heard it before, but I think making your own content is smart. I need to take my own advice and do more of it too. But it's at least a way to actively and actually experiment with storytelling, you know? Write a sketch and make it with your friends for zero budget. I think we're in a time where that is just the way, whereas, you know, getting representation to then go through this long slog of a process, that's really hard, and this industry is, you know, up and down and very fickle. So like, I think that would be a way to start. And you know, for me, I was lucky to grow up in New York City where I was able to audition as a little kid for things. And I think that's what led to at least an attitude of, I'm just gonna show up and not, you know, do the best I can. And, you know, eventually it might hit, but it's, you know, I think putting pressure on getting work in acting is just a dangerous game. So don't put your ego in it, for sure.
Bunny, are you asking because you want to act?
I do.
Okay, I would say for me, I'm an overthinker. Like, if you give me enough time, I will spiral into a dark dungeon somewhere. So genuinely, just go out and do it. Don't think about it too much. There's a lot to be said for showing up. And I think even the fact that you stood up and asked this question, it might sound small, but there's something in you that's like, you can challenge yourself, you can put yourself out there and trust yourself to show up. So that would be my advice. The first thing I booked was an episode of NCIS, and I remember I jumped out of a closet with like a machete, and I was petrified. And I did my first take.
You guys be the killer?
No, they wanted to. Somebody was trying to attack me. Some.
That's cool.
But I did my first take, and the director came in and was like, do it this way, da 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 da. And I was like, oh my God, first job, they're gonna fire me, I'm jumping out of a closet. And so I'm sitting there, and you just have to take a deep breath, center yourself. I showed up, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and I did it. And then you keep on going, so.
And then the only thing I'll add is you just gotta love it, because you have to make sure that this is the thing that you feel most yourself, most at home in, because that's the only thing that's going to keep you in with all the ebbs and flows, which is what Ben just said. It's a long road of ebbs and flows, but it's ultimately, if you can stick it out, very beautiful. It's a beautiful journey if this is what you choose.
And find community.
Thank you, I appreciate it so much.
Hi. So my question is, what is your favorite birthday memory? Because my birthday is in about a week.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! What is your name?
Susanna.
Susanna, happy birthday, Susanna.
Favorite birthday memories?
I mean, in the spirit of mentioning Survivor, I remember I grew up on this horse ranch, and my dad, for one of my birthdays, like built this whole like Survivor-themed obstacle course in my backyard, and it was so fun. And then unfortunately later, like there was the adults who ride horses. They tried it, and like some guy broke his knee or something, but the kids had a great time doing it, and you had to eat a lot of cheese balls or something at one part. But that's a really good birthday memory of mine. Thank you.
Next Dirty December, that's what we're doing. Eating a lot of cheese balls.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. Every year I celebrate my birthday less and less. So I don't know. What was it? I guess maybe was Chuck E. Cheese? Did I have a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party? I don't know. You can't answer that. Pass. Somebody else.
I feel like I can't remember a lot. I'm like, did I just black out my childhood? But I did, last year was a pretty good one. I did, in LA, there's a museum called Lacoma, and they have jazz nights, and you can picnic, and I threw a giant picnic, and that was really fun.
That was a great time.
Yeah, Ben was there, Courtney was there,
Yeah.
Quincy was there, Leo was there, yeah, Layne didn't make it.
You were invited.
You were invited.
I remember. Me and Kendrick.
You were at a meeting or something.
I love a picnic, so that was a great birthday.
You just want to unite people. You want to unite good people. That's what a good birthday is.
Wow, I think weirdly my favorite birthdays were when I was working. I turned 21 when I was rehearsing a play, and I said, well, there's nothing I would rather be doing on my birthday. And then I had a birthday on set here at Legacies, and I said, oh, well, there's nothing I'd rather be doing. So then that's weird. So I was like, well, at work are my favorite birthdays.
That's the most Courtney answer you could have given.
Good gift.
Ben?
My 21st, my parents threw a surprise party for me, and it scared the living hell out of me. I went white as a ghost, and I had a mild anxiety attack. But after that, it was the best, you know. So I don't know if I recommend it, but it was certainly a surprise.
I still see that terror in your eyes.
I went white as a ghost. I forgot it, my parents filmed it, and I don't know if I like it. But it was, yeah, that's the one that sticks out to me. That's the one that sticks out.
I never had a surprise birthday party.
I don't know if I recommend it. I think
Cute to your family.
people have heart attacks.
It's coming.
Yeah, people have heart attacks at surprise parties. I think.
It's literally traumatized men for life.
You're
Well, we
on.
hope you have a great birthday.
I'll be about it.
Happy
Traumatized
early
me.
birthday.
Guys, we got about 5 more minutes, so we can probably fit in 1 to 2 more questions, depending on how fast these guys are.
Hi guys, my name is Haley. I'm
Haley.
also from Texas, so excuse my overuse in y'all. But my question is,
All y'all.
yeah, I love the word y'all. But anyways, so y'all have already kind of answered this question, but when y'all auditioned, did y'all get the character that y'all auditioned for?
No, y'all.
4 y'alls.
Drinking.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, no, y'all. For me, it was Raphael, Caleb, and then lowly old Jed.
Yeah, no, for me, y'all, it was, I auditioned for Landon, and that's what happened. And then yeah, it was like, you know, like it was close to. I mean, what a different show would have been. It shouldn't have happened. I mean, Aria's so great for that role, and like it really would have been such a different thing because it was very close. I think they were really trying to find Landon, and I tested several times for it. I mean, seriously, 3 times for that role, and it just wasn't matching up with the stars of what the network was looking for and stuff. But yeah, and then it faded away, and I was like, oh, that was a moment in time, and then. Maybe like 3 months later, yeah, they called or my agent reached out and was like, yeah, Legacies has a role for you. And I was like,
Did you test with Danielle? Was there?
I never tested with Danielle, no, but it was like it came down to the wire. I mean, they casted him very
I just
last
wanted
minute.
to set the Halarks versus Handles.
Yeah. No, we had chemistry even back then. Yeah, no, but it was very close. They booked him like seriously. I think days. It wasn't before Legacies was starting to shoot, but he had to do like there was like one episode of the originals, I believe, or one of that he was in. So. It was like days before, I think, and obviously they found the right guy, but yeah, crazy process.
Well, thank y'all.
Thank y'all too.
Thank y'all. What do you think? We got time for one more?
Yeah, of course. Make it that quick. We'll have time for 2 more.
Hi, my name is Josie.
Hi, Josie.
Hi, Josie.
Hi.
We know a girl with that name.
This is a question for all of y'all. If y'all got to pick what supernatural being you would have played, what would have you chose? Sorry.
The necromancer.
Does it have to be a creature from the Vampire Diaries, or could it be like anything?
Anything.
Okay. Just want to.
Good question.
Oh, I want to, maybe a centaur.
Ooh. You're
like
so a centaur.
Like me up top, but horse body.
Yeah.
In a suit.
Yeah, but also and suited up.
You'd clean up as a
and
centaur.
and people are still shipping me with Danielle. It's like, guys, stop. There's got to be a line. Yeah.
The character in Charmed that freezes time,
Yes.
I loved that.
So you want to be a witch, but like Piper witch.
Wow, I'm so basic. I chose the
No,
same
that's
thing.
Piper's valid. Wanting to be Piper, I feel like, is a very admirable
Okay, thank you.
choice. I support you.
I want to be whatever Ethan turned into. Like whatever that was. Like just
Puckwudgie?
Just a dude that can
No,
operate.
what Leo Howard, what was he in
Yeah,
that?
He was a Puckwudgie.
No way. That was not a puckwudgie. I just want to be a dude that can operate.
He's a Puckwudgie, I promise.
I want to be a puckwudgie.
I guess I'd go vampire just for the heck of it. I feel like I've been repping the wolves this whole time, and the vamps are cool. I'll give you guys that. They live a good life, sort of.
Long life, very long.
Yeah. What would you want to be?
I honestly want to be a witch.
Sick.
Smart. Agreed. I get
Probably
that.
already
But what kind of powers, though?
I like freezing time. That sounds pretty cool.
That does sound cool.
Harry Potter witch, like a
Oh, I love
Hermione
Harry Potter.
Granger.
I love Harry Potter. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I think we have to call it. Thank you guys so much. This was so fun.
Yeah,
I feel like I
thank you
could sit on the
guys.
stage
Well done,
forever
Layne.
and do this.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.